Zombies. The very word sends shivers down the spine. We've all seen the movies, right? The classics that keep us on the edge of our seats. The groaning, the shambling, the insatiable hunger for brains. These are the hallmarks of the undead. It's easy to dismiss them as fiction, but what if it happened? What if the line between reality and horror blurred? What if the dead started walking and craving flesh? The very thought is terrifying. It might sound crazy, but it's always better to be prepared. In a world where anything can happen, preparation is key. Think of this as a guide to surviving the unthinkable. When chaos reigns, having a plan can make all the difference. First things first, you gotta wrap your head around the reality of zombies. Accepting the situation is the first step to survival. They're not your friendly neighborhood trick-or-treaters. They're a relentless force, driven by a primal hunger that knows no bounds. When the dead start walking, finding a safe place to hole up is priority number one. You need somewhere secure, somewhere you can keep those flesh-hungry monsters at bay. But not all hideouts are created equal. First, forget about the obvious choices. Shopping malls, too many entrances, too hard to defend. Police stations, great in theory, but they'll attract every zombie in the county. You need to think outside the box. Look for places that are isolated and easily defendable. An old farmhouse in the middle of nowhere, a remote cabin in the woods, a small island with a single bridge connecting it to the mainland. The key is limited access points and plenty of space to maneuver. Once you've found your sanctuary, you need to fortify it. Reinforce doors and windows, board up any weak points, and set up traps if you can. Remember, zombies are dumb, but they're persistent. Don't give them an inch. Surviving a zombie apocalypse isn't just about finding a place to hide. You also need the right gear to make it through the day-to-day. Think of it like packing for a camping trip, only with a lot more undead. First up, food and water. Stock up on non-perishable items like canned goods, dried fruits, and energy bars. Water is even more critical, so grab as much bottled water as you can carry. And don't forget a way to purify water in the wild, like a water filter or purification tablets. Next, you'll need some basic tools and supplies. A sturdy knife, a multi-tool, a first aid kit, a flashlight with extra batteries, a map and compass, and a weather-appropriate sleeping bag. These items will help you navigate the post-apocalyptic world and handle any unexpected challenges. Finally, don't forget about self-defense. We'll cover weaponry in more detail later, but for now, just remember that anything can be a weapon in a pinch. A baseball bat, a crowbar, even a heavy book can make the difference between life and death. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more survival tips. Section 4. First Aid, Patching Up Bites and Beyond. Let's get one thing straight. In a real zombie apocalypse, there's no coming back from a bite. That whole zombie virus thing? Yeah, that's how they get you. But bites aren't the only danger out there. You could get cut, burned, or break a bone just trying to survive. That's why knowing basic first aid is crucial. First, you need a solid first aid kit. Bandages, antiseptic wipes, pain relievers, gauze, antibiotic ointment, the works. You can buy pre-made kits or assemble your own. Just make sure it's well stocked and you know how to use everything in it. Learn how to clean and bandage wounds, treat burns, and splint a broken limb. These skills can mean the difference between life and death, especially if you're on your own. And remember, prevention is key. Wear sturdy clothing, be careful when handling sharp objects, and don't take unnecessary risks. Section 5. Fighting back, defending yourself against the undead. Sooner or later, you're gonna have to face off against the undead. It's an inevitable part of surviving in a world overrun by zombies. Whether you're scavenging for supplies or simply trying to find a safe place to rest, the undead are always a looming threat. And when that happens, you better be ready. Preparation is key. Knowing what to expect and having a plan can make all the difference between life and death. Now, I'm not talking about going full-on action hero here. This isn't a movie where you can take on hordes of zombies single-handedly. Realistically, fighting zombies is a last resort, not a first option. The best strategy is to avoid them whenever possible. Stealth and caution are your best friends in this scenario. Your best bet is to avoid confrontation whenever possible. Move quietly, stay out of sight, and always be aware of your surroundings. The less attention you draw to yourself, the better. But if you do have to fight, you need to make it count. Every move should be deliberate and effective. Wasting energy or making mistakes can be fatal. Remember, zombies are all about brute force. They rely on sheer numbers and relentless aggression. They're slow, they're clumsy, and they don't feel pain. Your advantage? you're smarter. Use your intelligence to outmaneuver them. Think ahead and plan your moves carefully. Use your environment to your advantage. Funnel them into choke points, lure them into traps, and use obstacles to slow them down. The environment can be a powerful ally if you know how to use it. Attack from a distance whenever possible. Keeping a safe distance reduces the risk of getting overwhelmed. Use ranged weapons like bows and arrows, or throw objects to keep them at bay. And when it comes to weapons, aim for the head. The brain is the only vulnerable part of a zombie. A well-placed blow to the brain is the only way to put them down for good. A well-placed blow to the brain is the only way to put them down for good. Now let's talk weaponry. Choosing the right weapon can make a huge difference in your chances of survival. Guns might seem like the obvious choice, but they're loud, they attract attention, and they require a steady supply of ammunition. In a world where resources are scarce, relying on guns can be risky, and ammo runs out fast. Once you run out of bullets, a gun becomes nothing more than a useless piece of metal. Always be mindful of your ammo supply and use it sparingly. Melee weapons are your best bet. They're silent, they don't require ammunition, and they can be just as effective if used correctly. A baseball bat, a crowbar, a machete, a sturdy axe, these are all excellent choices. They're durable, easy to find, and can deliver powerful blows. A machete, a sturdy axe, anything that can deliver a solid blow. The key is to choose a weapon that you're comfortable with and that you can wield effectively. Anything that can deliver a solid blow. Practice using your chosen weapon so that when the time comes, you can strike with confidence and precision. Remember, in a fight against the undead, every second counts. Section 6. Home Sweet Zombie-Proof Home Fortification Techniques. In this section we will delve into the essential methods and strategies to transform your home into an impenetrable fortress against the relentless undead. You found the perfect hideout. It's isolated, away from the main roads, and offers a good vantage point. But finding a good location is just the first step. Now it's time to turn it into a fortress. This means reinforcing every possible entry point and ensuring that your defenses are robust enough to withstand a prolonged siege. Remember, zombies are dumb, but they're persistent. They will keep coming, testing your defenses and looking for any weak spots. They'll exploit any weakness they can find. A single overlooked window or a poorly secured door can be the difference between safety and disaster. Your job is to make sure there are no weaknesses. Regularly inspect your fortifications, looking for any signs of wear or potential vulnerabilities. Start with the obvious, doors and windows. These are the primary entry points and need to be the strongest parts of your defense. Reinforce them with plywood, metal sheeting, anything you can get your hands on. The thicker and more durable the material, the better. Replace glass windows with something sturdier, like polycarbonate sheets. Glass is too fragile and can shatter easily, providing an easy entry point for zombies. And don't forget about secondary exits. In case your primary defenses are breached, having an alternative escape route can be a lifesaver. Having an escape route can save your life. Plan it carefully and make sure everyone in your group knows where it is and how to use it. Next, consider your perimeter. A fence won't stop a determined horde, but it can slow them down and give you time to react. It's your first line of defense and can buy you precious minutes. Barbed wire, concertina wire, even thorny bushes can create an effective deterrent. These obstacles can make it more difficult for zombies to reach your main defenses. And if you have the means, consider digging a moat or trench around your property. This can be a highly effective barrier, making it much harder for zombies to reach your walls. Finally, think vertically. Zombies aren't known for their climbing skills, but you don't want to take any chances. Elevation can be a significant advantage. Remove any potential handholds near balconies, roofs, or upper-story windows. This includes ladders, trellises, and even sturdy vines that could be used to climb. And if you have a ladder, make sure it's secured or stored away when not in use. A ladder left out can be an invitation for disaster. By following these fortification techniques, you can significantly increase your chances of surviving a zombie apocalypse. Communication and transportation. In this section, we will explore the lifelines that will keep you connected to your group and the essential transportation methods that will ensure your mobility during a zombie apocalypse. Effective communication is the backbone of any survival strategy. It allows you to coordinate with your group, share valuable information, and call for help if necessary. In a world where the usual communication infrastructure is likely to fail, having alternative methods is critical. First, consider two-way radios. These devices are reliable, easy to use, and don't rely on cellular networks. Make sure to have plenty of spare batteries or a way to recharge them, such as solar chargers. Establish clear communication protocols and codes to avoid confusion and ensure that everyone in your group knows how to use the radios effectively. Next, think about signal flares and whistles. These can be used to draw attention in an emergency or to signal your location to others from a distance. However, use them sparingly to avoid attracting unwanted attention from zombies or hostile humans. For longer-range communication, shortwave radios can be invaluable. They allow you to pick up broadcasts from other survivors or emergency services that might still be operational. Learning basic Morse code can also be a useful skill, as it provides a simple and reliable way to send messages over long distances. Now, let's talk transportation. In a zombie apocalypse, being able to move quickly and safely is vital. The right vehicle can mean the difference between life and death. Choose a vehicle that is durable, easy to repair, and has good fuel efficiency. Off-road capabilities are a plus, as you may need to navigate through rough terrain or debris-filled streets. Motorcycles and bicycles can be excellent choices for their maneuverability and ability to navigate narrow spaces. They're also quieter than cars, which can help you avoid drawing attention. However, they offer less protection and storage space, so weigh the pros and cons based on your specific situation. Always keep your vehicle well maintained and stocked with essential supplies, including extra fuel, spare tires, and repair tools. Know your vehicle inside and out, so you can perform basic repairs if needed. Plan your routes carefully, avoiding areas with high zombie activity or known hazards. Finally, never underestimate the importance of having a good pair of walking boots. In some situations, traveling on foot may be your only option. Ensure your boots are comfortable, durable, and broken in to prevent blisters and injuries. By mastering communication and transportation, you can significantly enhance your chances of surviving a zombie apocalypse. Stay connected, stay mobile, and stay alive. Have any ideas on surviving a zombie outbreak? Share them with us in the comments below.